time to do a bit of work in my 9B garden, everybody. But first, y'all gotta get sprayed up because the mosquitoes put their extra teeth on for me. Okay, everybody, I wanted you to see the comfrey plants. Of course, the air conditioner comes on right when I get ready to do this. Never fails. But I wanted you to see what the comfrey plants look like. Remember, we planted these as roots, and I have a link to that video above and in the description. I'm going to do a playlist on the comfrey. And so when I got these, I ordered them on eBay, and they were all roots. And as you can see, I'll look inside there. They came up very, very quickly. The only piece that didn't come up quickly was this one, but still, it's coming up. And so I had to make some decisions as to what I was going to do with it. I kind of knew that I didn't want to grow these in pots. I wanted them to be in the ground. So I don't know how they're going to do in the ground, but I'm going to plant a few of them, and I'll show you where I'm going to plant them at. So I'm going to plant them here in this no-dig raised bed that I have. And I'm only going to put a few plants in here at first because something has been digging in here. I'm going to move all this hay out of the way, and I'm going to see what's underneath. And I'm going to go ahead and plant this comfrey here. Okay, y'all. Let me tell you. I'm going to harvest some of my kale and some of my Swiss chard in a moment. But I was trying to figure out in this bed behind me that I put in the front of my house. It's a no-dig garden. And like I said in the beginning, it just has like a few layers of stuff in it. But every day I kept seeing stuff being dug up. Well, today I noticed when I was putting the plants in that y'all smelled like shit. So I think something has been using my bed as a toilet, okay? Definitely, because when I moved that straw, it was like some big flies, and they just were relentless. So I definitely think that something has been using as a toilet. Now, I did put some plants in there, put some marigolds in there and the comfrey in there, so I'm going to see how they do. I didn't see any poop. I moved all of the hay, but I didn't see any poop in there, but I could smell it. Because when I was digging, I was like, it smells like poopies in here. Where the heck is the poopies at? I didn't see the poopies, but I could definitely smell it, and it was a lot of flies. So every day when I come out here, like the hay has been like moved, like but there's no holes, and I thought that was kind of strange. But now I think I have solved the mystery. But we're gonna see how those plants do. So although it smelled like I was in a chicken barn or someplace, I continued on putting in my comfrey and the marigolds. I really didn't know what I was going to do with this small plot of land that I made, and I just kept saying to myself, okay, I'm going to do this. In my mind, I was thinking I'm going to plant this here, I'm going to do this, and then finally, I said to myself, okay, Liz, just freaking plant something. Just grab some stuff and just put it in there, and that's what I did. So I had these marigolds that I put in this container, and they were doing well and everything. Now, I don't know how well they're going to do after I get done with them now, because they were kind of dry. I thought they were moist, but they were not. So I need to get back on track with watering my garden properly. But they were kind of dry, but I went ahead and I put those in. And then I commenced to putting the hay back down. Now, I don't know, and you all can tell me if you have any experience with this. I don't know if the hay is attracting the pooper or the peer or whoever it is. I don't know who it is doing this. I don't know if it's a cat. Do squirrels do that? I really don't know. But I put the hay back down anyway, so I'm going to see tomorrow If it's all turned up and everything, I'm not doing the sniff test though, because that was quite a bit gross. So it looks a little messy, but y'all know what? Once the plants start growing in there, it's going to be perfect. And it's just a very good spot for everything to grow nicely. And it'll be nice and moist with that hay. So now the next thing that I'm doing is I am preparing some fish emulsion to go into a Z carton. And this is what it looks like, y'all. Yeah, that's some grossness right there. Nice dark grossness. I assure you, this did not come out of my house. And I used to just put this together like inside of my what you call it, your little thingy for your water, the water jug. But I just had to keep on filling the water jug, then putting the right amount of fish emulsion in, and then filling the water jug. So now I use a 5-gallon bucket. And of course I did read the instructions on how much fish emulsion that I need. And I just put that in the bucket and then I filled it up. Now I will say that in this segment right here, this is the only time where I use the city water. And you won't see me fill the buckets up, but I actually had to do this 2 more times after this because my garden is big enough now. I probably should have did like 1 more bucket, but there was a few plants that didn't make the cut on the fish emulsion today. I was too lazy to go back and do another bucket, but I know that it takes it's about 15 gallons of water. And what I did was I used some of the water that I've been collecting around the house to actually mix up the fish emulsion. So everything got some good fish emulsion. I've also seen people use like gloves when they do this because y'all, that is some stinky stuff. It really just smells like fish. So if you've ever gone fishing, then you know that lovely fish gut smell. That's what it is. And I wish I was a fisherman because I would just make my own fish emulsion, but I'm not. So I'm going to leave a link down below to the fish emulsion that I actually use. So I am also giving some to my plants outside. Yeah, my plants outside. To my lemon plants. Yeah, this is what it looks like when it's all mixed up. I thought I would give you a shot. It looks like mud, but again, it smells like fish guts. So now I'm going to do the big part of the garden. The first thing I did was the plants that I just put in. And then I also did my kale and my Swiss chard. Y'all, when you like doing a video and you trying to think on your feet, sometimes it just doesn't work out. But it is what it is. And then I went around to the tomato side, which is my dine-in garden. Y'all, I name all my little gardens. Where my kale is, that's the up-front garden, and now the toilet. And then where the tomatoes are, that is my dine-in garden. And then the big garden actually has a whole bunch of sections. Like right now I'm in the sky garden. And then I'll go to the dream garden, the sunflower patch, Bobby's sunflower patch, because she gave me the sunflower seeds. And then the Eden garden. And then the back is the ICU and I want to live garden. I love naming things. I don't know why. I have no idea. So as I'm going through here and I am feeding the garden, I noticed that y'all, I had something that I want to try. And so we're going to do that in just a moment, but I still have quite a bit that I'm going to fill up. So when you're doing something like this, it's a great time to kind of reflect. And even though it's very hot and a lot of the plants are struggling, I still find that I'm getting a lot of things to harvest. Even if it's in small amounts, it still makes me really happy. I'm proud of myself, you all. I'm so proud of myself in this garden because sometimes I don't stick to things, but I've been sticking to this garden and I just been adding to it and adding to it, and I am darn proud of myself. Let me tell you. So I think this is like my last bucket that I'm going to fill up, and y'all, something stole the flowers off my eggplant. I wasn't happy about that, but I got over it like in 2 seconds because that's how I roll now. I guess as a gardener, you get over like damage to your plants like real fast because you just realize that the insects live outside. That's like their domain. That's not your domain. It's your property, but that's their domain. So after I got done putting the fish emulsion on everything, I decided to do a spot of harvesting, which I will show you as well what I harvested. But I am getting some cowpeas, and you can see I'm getting quite a few off of here, and there actually wasn't that much aphid activity on here, so I was happy about that. And I was gonna like pick some yellow leaves off, and then I decided not to. There, y'all, look at this. Look at this. It's my first okra. Yeah. Okay, y'all. I've been working a little bit and I'm tired. I got the whole garden. I think I might have missed a few plants. I went ahead and fertilized everything with some 511. I used some Alaskan fish fertilizer. I'll have a link below in the description to the one that I use. And this is my first okra baby. Yay! So my okra plants pooped an okra. That's for you, Bobby. It pooped an okra. So I'm going to chow down on it. I'm going to try to taste it in its raw form. I've seen people doing this, and I think this is probably a good size. I didn't want it to get too much bigger, but yeah, my mouth is actually watering, but I don't know how I feel about this, for real. All right. It's straight out the garden. I didn't wash it off or anything. It looked pretty clean to me. If there's any bugs on it, then that'll be some protein. Okay, for real. For real. I'm stalling. I am stalling. All right, here we go. Taking a big bite, too. Number one. It's not slimy at all. It tastes good raw. I like it. The seeds, I don't know if it's the seeds or if there is some sliminess, but I feel like the seeds are sliding around in my mouth a little bit. And I heard, sorry for talking with my mouth full, y'all. I heard that the mucus inside of here is really good for your stomach, so I don't really have stomach issues unless I eat a lot of garlic or some eggs or something like that. No, this is good. Tastes like okra. It has a good flavor. I'm trying to think of something to compare it to, but I can't. It's not sweet. Look, I ate the whole thing. I don't think you're supposed to eat the little part at the end, but me being the greedy person I am, I tried to get all of it. Because it does taste good. It's like a good snack. I tasted a little bit of the sliminess in there, but it didn't bother me at all. It wasn't that bad. It was almost equivalent to the sliminess of a tomato. And I liked it. So, and these supposed to be good raw as well. Of course, I don't have any okra facts for y'all right now. But that was my first okra harvested. It's my first time eating it raw. And in the past, when you buy them from the store, I'm going to compare this to being in the store, the ones you get from the store. Okay. When you get the ones from the store, I can usually tolerate them like in maybe a soup, or who doesn't like fried okra? But you know, fried okra is not that good for you, right? But I've never seen anybody eat it raw. So I've been watching lots of channels and people just eating them right out their garden raw, and they're saying you just need to try it. You just need to try it. It wasn't that bad at all, and I was very apprehensive about doing this on the camera. So I was gonna do a few more things today in the garden, but y'all, let me tell you, it's not that hot out here. It's like the perfect day to do stuff. I'm not getting bothered by the mosquitoes because I sprayed myself with some mouthwash and water, which works. Nothing bothers me when I put that mouthwash and water. So I want to thank Miss Cheryl for that. Miss Cheryl's Organic Garden. God, she's one of my favorite channels to watch. I think I'm going to put a link for her channel below as well. But everything in the garden I think is doing very good for the weather. And I'm going to show you all a few of the things that I harvested today. But this was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So back to work. I've had my snack. My one little piece of okra snack, and I decided to do some harvesting. And once I decided to do some harvesting, I decided to also do a spot of cleanup in my upfront garden here. And since I was too lazy to get up, I decided whatever I picked off that I wasn't going to eat, I would just throw over in that little patch, the pee patch. So I took off some of I tried not to pick too many of the leaves off. I've already did kind of a major harvest off of the kale plants, but I want them to keep on going. They're doing really good, even though it is quite warm outside, I have to say. Or should I say quite hot. It's like 253,000 Kelvin outside right now on most days. But today was a good day. It was nice and shady, and it was the perfect day to work. And so I also wanted to just kind of get some kale off as well. Yeah, as a baby gardener, I'm always kind of surprised at the way things grow. And so I was kind of surprised that the kale kind of grows in a bit of a tree form. It has like a little bit of a tree top to it. So I took like the oldest leaves off of most of these, and of course I left plenty of leaves on here. Now the plants that I have here over on the right, I didn't take too many leaves off because I felt like they were still kind of small. Because when this bed first started, the sun kind of killed a few of the plants, and then I replanted them. So it was a bit of a succession planting, a spot of succession, and that way I would have some if the other ones kind of died off. So I'm just gonna clean off some of the yellowing leaves or the diseased leaves off of here and make it kind of nice and neat and tidy, because that's my business, y'all. That's how I like for my garden to be a little bit tidy. That might be the only thing I like tidy, but I like it to be a bit tidy. And it looks quite lovely. What do you think? Y'all leave a comment down below. Do you all tidy up your garden or parts of your garden? Do you have like a favorite part of the garden that you always make sure you pick the leaves up off of and just make sure it just looks presentable? Although this is in the front of my house, I'm not really all that worried about it being super tidy, but my PP garden doesn't look tidy at all. It's a spot of a mess right now, but after things start growing, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be all right. Yeah, so this is my baby harvest for today. So I got a few pieces of Swiss chard, and oh, you go over here on this side. And we have some kale. That's my water that I had outside. Look, y'all, there's something inside. Do you all ever take like your water outside and then it gets like dirt or something, but you're so thirsty you drink it anyway? I'm gonna drink that water. And I got some cowpeas here. Y'all, this was a zucchini, and you could tell it didn't get pollinated good, so I went ahead and I took it off, even though it's super small, but totally eatable. So I'm gonna eat that today. And then I have a few tomatoes that came off my zombie tomato plants, which are, y'all, it's totally done. I even had tomatoes that were rotting on the plant, so I know it's done. Look, we got some cracks, but I think I can still eat that. And y'all, these tomatoes are going to join these guys over here, because I just stick them on my table and let them ripen, and then just grab what I need from here. And then also I wanted to show you, I showed you that I took some of these off, and I'm going to wait until they're dry real good. And y'all, I'm a baby gardener, so I don't know if that's right or not, but I usually just wait until they're dry, because I'm used to eating dried beans anyway. And these are the husks from where I picked them. And this is going to go into my compost pile, which is doing very good. I'm going to have to show you all on a different video how the compost pile is going. And then here are, y'all, I grew these black-eyed peas. So this is all that I have harvested so far. So y'all, that's more than a meal right there. This is probably almost a cup, and of course my plants are still going. I will say that I did plant a lot of cowpeas. I probably have like about 12 plants, so it's doing good. So this is what I got off today. I don't harvest those every day, but let me also show y'all. Look over here, these are sunflower seeds. I just need to take them out of their little whatever heads. And then I have some cans over here that I'm gonna be painting to go into the garden. So who else has a dining room table that's just like full of gardening stuff, but no plate and spoons, forks, and knives? All right, I want to say that my gardening for today is I would like to say that my gardening for today is complete, but I don't think so. I might go back out a little bit later, because I really wanted to plant some more seeds today. I actually haven't planted any seeds in a few weeks, and so I wanted to plant some things. You know, it's something to be said about always having something to look forward to that's growing or harvesting. Even though I just had, like, you know, a few things to harvest, I'm happy with that. And because I'm like, every day I'm able to pull, like, at least, even if it's like one little tomato, I'm able to pull that out, and it's like a motivation to keep going when it comes to doing the garden. So that's pretty cool. Y'all, I smell like fish emulsion. So I'm gonna have to shower up as soon as I get done with this. So, you know, I was gonna shower anyway. I was gonna shower. Y'all, give a thumbs up for showers. That we can take a shower. Y'all, have you ever like had really cold ice water and you just wanted to drown yourself in it because it's so good? That's this ice water here. It is so good, I just want to drown myself in it. So it's time for me to do like some real work for today. Thanks everybody for joining me. Remember, this channel is 9B and 5B. So my garden is a 9B and Bobby's is the 5B garden. And please give this video a thumbs up, and, you know, like this video, leave a comment. I would love to know what you think. Have you all tried okra yet? I liked it. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.